Yeah, we're good. I thought we're fucked up for a second. I'll refresh this just in case, but otherwise, hope everybody's doing well. Welcome. A big shout out to Ken Hirschabel. Thank you for the sub. But weirdos, hope everybody is doing good. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft here on the channel. Today we are, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what we're doing in this video or live stream. But I did want to, before I do start anything, I want to show off some stuff that we kind of fucked up on in the last episode. And that is that I messed up a few builds, my own. And as you can see, I fixed my student center building. I still need to work on it, obviously, but I fixed what was messed up, essentially. So far, I probably have to go back and put these stuff over there as well. But, I did that. I also did move the medical district building, which is obviously in here on Minecraft. It's a apartment complex. It took a long while. Of course, you can see I kind of fucked up on this end right here. It's supposed to be 3 blocks. I I'm very confused on how I fucked it up, but I got it here regardless. The original one is destroyed now. I moved a lot of buildings, so I'm gonna show some builds that I moved around so that we could possibly maybe we have room for more other builds. So I'll show off for them on that. The video otherwise looks pretty good. As you can see, I put a side over here and all that. Well, the inside doesn't look that different. It looks small difference. And of course the back looks somewhat better. So I gotta do the last row over here. That's gonna be fun to deal with. Um, we still have to do this part. I forgot about the windows on the side of the building. But yeah, gotta do that. I did move a lot of builds, so let's start with the first one that we moved. There was a building that I put here originally, but it was kind of looking back because of the space. I'm gonna try to fit a building that looks like it belongs here as I can. It's got this nice building over here. Looks nice. Same as with this one. I moved the building all the way over here. Kind of give you a bit of space, but in the process, because I'm building something over here, where you did have to sacrifice an alley back here. So right now there's an alley, but it's just like a one-way, no outlet alley, and all that part. And for the back, I kind of got most of what I can in here. Still gonna try to work on this build, otherwise everything looks good. The inside, I do want to try to put a restaurant in the inside, if I can. Never been to the inside of this restaurant. I did do the same method I did back in Panda Heights with the atomic bar build that I showed off. And these are the air vents. Of course, some of them are oxidizing, which is, I guess that's how it is in Minecraft. I could turn it off, but I'll just leave it at that. And all that. Otherwise, it looks pretty interesting, I'd say. And I just have to do the layout because we also have to get access to the upstairs, which is going to be fun. I'm gonna have to break some of that and put it up here, which is gonna be unfortunate. Otherwise, the building looks decent, as much as I can get it. I got most of the top detail thanks to Google Earth, even though it looks worse than the N64 graphics on there for some reason. We got the Chinese restaurant, which technically it should be shorter than this building, but this is the shortest I can do in terms of its detail. I still had to do a roof and figure out the inside and everything else is that. I did build a very huge wall over here because there is a outside dining area over here. As you can see, I decided to do the stairwell design for this building at the same time is going to be interesting. I'm hoping it comes out pretty nice. That's going to be a very odd leveling, and I have to figure out how to do the top one as well. Otherwise, I got most of it. These two are Chicago buildings that are not that far, I guess, or technically they are somewhat far from Millennium Park, but they're still in downtown Chicago, in a very interesting area. I haven't done much to these buildings yet, but we'll get to that at some point. We started to do the top part and fix some stuff that we messed up. We did fix most of my errors, thankfully, but we still gotta do so much work aside from that. Over here, we didn't move anything that per se, but we do have to be careful with this area because like this area is kind of like a hotel / apartment complex. These two are new skyscrapers. These two are near Lakeshore Drive, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Near the river. Obviously, I think I showed off the Tampa Bay or the Tampa, Florida, Hotel Vista over here. So the main one I'm gonna try to put over here because this will be extended a little bit. And as you can see, we got one of our other extended buildings over here. We got the Aeon building, and we also have the skyscraper provided by Cool Truck Builds, and all that part. I moved both of them safely up here. Recently, Minecraft unlimited or raised their limit for the height on the structure block. So although they only did the height, not the width or the X and Y inputs, but at least for the height, or actually XZ inputs, I should say. But regarding the height, it's near infinite, but it was tall enough to where I could put the entire building on here. So I moved the building that Cool Truck Builds made for over here, and of course I did do a bit of like an angle because this is going to be on a odd hill like sidewalk road. I put this layout right here and got most of what we can here. Um, it took a lot. I feel like one or two tries. And the back's a little meh, but otherwise it looks pretty cool. For the Aeon building, it was pretty much an exact same thing. Of course, I had to be careful because I was rotating it. Thankfully, it's in the exact near. It's almost like near the exact state placement as it would be in real life. Of course, it'll be like over there in real life, but over here, I mean, it doesn't look that bad. It is one of those cramped builds. Like these two are technically cramped together in that part per se, but otherwise, I mean, that's what most skyscrapers are these days. They're both cramped at the end of the day. Otherwise, the entire roller coaster and everything else got moved perfectly. They both look pretty nice and all that part. Um, and yeah, the iron building's still intact. We just gotta do some work, me and Funkiller at some point, our little projects, but otherwise it looks pretty cool. I recently, today, just finished moving another build. Um, I'll show it off right now, actually. I was going to try to move the hotel, the Holiday Inn, but it was way past the limit still. The height was no problem, but it was very still high up the limit. Still no one doing anything project over here, unfortunately. But over here, I decided to move the Wendy's all the way over here just because I figured why not, and also because I'll show off in a minute what's going to be replaced over there. But essentially, Wendy's is over here now. Wendy's fit almost perfectly despite the X and Z inputs being limited still. I had to put the structure block right here, I think, or right here. Um, and then the entire parking lot is mostly the same, or not the same. It's mostly new, as you can see. Half crooked, half regular parking style. I copied the garbage bin. I could probably take this off, all that part. And I'm still debating on moving some stuff. I might just move the Taco Bell over here, but then I'm gonna have to redo the parking lot style for Taco Bell over here at some point as well, which is gonna be weird. So I'm still debating. Of course, I could probably just do the trick where I just put this like this will be the line for over here. I'm still debating it though, but I'll probably do like a small check first before I do anything, because the one thing I have to also consider is that Taco Bell is also on an angle, so I want to try to make sure I get it perfectly in terms of its area. But again, it could be interesting. It could be interesting. It could not be interesting. We'll have to see. Um, I'm also multitasking, so please give me one moment. I gotta double check to make sure the stream is working because we did run into a hiccup earlier. It looks like, yeah, it looks like we're working. Gonna fix this. Give you, come on, buddy, don't be stupid. Take this out. God damn it. I don't know why is it that I press a certain keybind and everything just closes. It pisses me off. Let's see here. We're not streaming on Twitch. This is like a YouTube only, by the way. I don't like the Twitch is very hard to grow on, especially like you have to sometimes actually use bots, which is unfortunate. So it is what it is on that. Let's see here. There we go. But yeah, I'm thinking about it. It wouldn't be a complete bad idea. But at the same time, we also figure out what we're gonna put over there in terms of where, like, what we're gonna put over there. And also the Waffle House. I still need to put some letters on that shit. That's gonna be fun. Hmm. So much things I have to consider. All that part. I'm even still considering I should make another warehouse next to the warehouse. But like it's taller. But even then, what would be the purpose of that? What can I do with a tall warehouse? And even then, I want it to be based on a design, on an existing design. That'll make sense. But we'll have to see. Back here is going to be the hardest part to figure out what to put in, because it could be just an industrial area probably, but I want it to be more of like an identity that makes sense. This part's still gonna be whatchamacallit. This part over here is still gonna be its own bridge. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna make the bridge transition well, because it's gonna be similar to the other bridge over there, but it's gonna be way different. I'm gonna take another look over here real quick as well. Oh, it's not the crap. I have to clear all this crap again. I forgot about that. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Thankfully, we have nothing, command for the structure blocks. So the only thing we have to worry about is filling the water. But otherwise, I'd say it's not that entirely bad. Not entirely. But yeah, we'll get to the bridge at some point. I want to make it a unique bridge compared to the other one. Like, maybe do something similar to New York or maybe Kentucky. Because I did drive by some very interesting bridge, or drive on, I should say, on some interesting bridges last year. Very, very interesting. Yeah, we'll go to where Wendy's is at now. And if I move some buildings around, it's not that they're in the way, is that I think maybe it's best I move certain parts of them so that we could get some ideas and how we can make the area look nicer and make sense at the same time. That doesn't mean I'll move everything. Like, I don't think I'll be moving this cube anytime soon. But as you can see, we moved, and Wendy's was here and now it's gone. I'm gonna make it into this parking lot area right here, so it'll be like a parking lot around here. There'll be like a small area, and if there's another, and if anything comes over here, then sure, we'll build something over here again, I guess, sure. And then we'll make it connect over here, I suppose. It's not a bad idea, but we'll make it, either make this a nice parking lot area in another part, or we'll just extend it. I'm still debating, because technically this should extend over here as well, since this is going to be, well, not this one, but there's still maybe we're going to make this area entirely, because again, so many things I have to consider and factor in all that part. And of course, this hasn't been touched. Ken did forget, well, he might place his blueprints for this place, so I did make a small change to the interior. It looks the exact same, but again, it could look interesting. This could be an interesting restaurant. I already did like a few designs for this, I think. I think I did. I'm trying to remember. I did like a small adjustment here. This is me right here. That was me. In terms of the plane, I did put a few lights on this to make it look nice. I did edit the fins over here because some planes do have fins. Back fins on the tail. And maybe a bit of lights. I didn't do anything to the propellers. They look the exact same. I will say this is a very nice, wonderful design by Ken, Cool Truck Builds. whether he finishes or not. I mean, he probably won't, but you never know. He hasn't been on the world yet, unfortunately. So like, he hasn't done anything much on here at all. But I guess he's doing well. In terms of the bowling alley, or not bowling, in terms of my house, I didn't do anything else. I did start another side project, which I might show off later in the stream, depending if I remember. But essentially, it's gonna be Project North Pole, which basically it sounds exactly as it says it. It's basically a North Pole mock-up, but in a different form. In terms of over here, the only change in the castle were the lights, and then I did a different design for the bathrooms. So like I redid the bathrooms here in the castle. This is the first edit I did in a while in this big ass castle. And of course there might be more at some point, but for now, um pretty much just doing well. I don't remember if I showed this off, but since this is the area we put our designs, I built custom ATM. I think I showed this off last stream, but there's ATMs now in the world, or at least chase ATMs for now. There's gonna be more, but yeah, custom paintings, or we're getting into it. No problem. I might be moving Domino's somewhere else. Maybe do a small change to the food court over here since it makes 0 sense in my opinion. Um, Oh, yeah, I should probably show this off first. This is priority since we're showing off where it's stuff got moved. So the skyscraper used to be here. Now it got moved over there, downtown over there. Christmas tree got moved over here. Still debating if I want to move it back over here, though, to make it look more interesting. I'm still debating. The Game Boy got moved over there. This area might get moved again, but I'm still debating because there's really no reason to move it. If anything, I'll probably just move it over there, perhaps. I don't know. I'm a little stumped, honestly. I don't know. And then I have to make sure the bottom of the door works. Because these doors, my dumbass did not put proper supports for the redstone. So if I make another of these, it's going to be very hectic. In terms of over here, this is where the medical building I showed off earlier in the stream was at. As well as the mystery skyscraper, I decided to delete both. The alleyway got reconfigured, so now it goes over here on this recently placed road and all that part over here. In terms of this building is located on Belmont and Cicero. I won't say which building location specifically, but it is in Chicago. Very old buildings. Um, somewhat configured. It is mostly done. Still trying to look at the extra details, but you can see I did two custom. Since this building does come with billboards, I did two custom ones. One with Mario trying to grab a superstar before getting shot. And of course there's a brick right there. It's gonna try to ricochet on that part. Looks pretty interesting. For the other side, I did a Jesus cross in that part, make it look more interesting in that part in its own range. Um, of course, both facing different angles, but still has interesting detail and very nice angles, especially since it's a cube game. But yeah, in terms of these buildings, I think got most of the detail. I've been eyeing this build for a while, and now I do have a placement for this build finally. Not sure I'm gonna do the interior. The interiors are always gonna be hard. Maybe I'll do a secret interior base structure, perhaps. I don't know. Um, I don't know what's in here that much, but it's basically gonna be like those wings are gonna have windows and all that part because these are real life apartment complexes. So like the doors are on top of here and all that. And of course, this is a building in real life that is mostly abandoned. So like I don't think this is a bar. Now it's very much vacant. And then these two are mostly vacant. So I might do custom building places for here. Like maybe I'll turn one of these into a salon possibly. But otherwise, yeah, that's basically what it is here. Um Over here the top building used to have sign or some kind. I'm not sure if we'll be doing that, but otherwise it's It's an interesting building. A very odd history. Technically, it could be worth saving, but I don't think the owner would care in real life. But otherwise, it has a very interesting story. I guess if it's owned, depending on where you live in Chicago and all that part. Um, did my best. I did miss a few areas of the house. There was like a middle section extra, but because of my limitation with this alley and my and the structure of everything else, it kind of doesn't fit well that much. And I'm being careful with the road as well, because technically this is a transitional road. So like this part is crooked in that part. I did extend a bit more of Sinister Ace's border. I decided not to make it curb because like I feel like he kind of deserves to be doing more of this area. So I decided to let him do his own area right here. Unless we make a suburban area, maybe I'll move it at some point, but otherwise it's gonna be staying here for a longer period. Now, in terms of what's over here, um, the scope got moved back here. I moved this chunk. Still debating I'm gonna keep this chunk, but I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to do like a transition to where it kind of fits the area around here, and maybe I'll keep it because technically this is Fun Killer's silos, and I don't want to obviously fuck it up and all that part. It's bad enough the bunker is somewhere down here, and I destroyed half of the map, so or half of the bunker over here. But otherwise, this has a nice transitional road. Whether I do something over here or not, still debating. But otherwise, very interesting. One side note, aside from me moving both Pixelator and Fry's Reviews' house twice or three times now, it's still there. Everything around here starting to look pretty nice a little bit. I think I already showed it off, but got the nice lighthouse and all that part. Well, in my little small flaw. Haven't done anything over here in the rich people house that much. I don't remember if I showed this off, but essentially this is a house that is located on the Versi Avenue in Chicago. A house that I passed by to as a kid and all that part. Very interesting. And this was in, of course, one of the houses I passed by to in the neighborhood, or used to, I should say. Although I don't know what the interior looks like of these, I got an idea of what it does probably. I got some of an idea, but I did some of the detail. There's a lot of it I missed, especially since this house does come with a garage. And as you can see, it probably won't fit here because of this alleyway and all that part. And I don't want to edit out to make this go over here. I might do it eventually, but for now I want to make it transition to this. So this will stay. I know it kind of makes no sense putting a mobile home over here in that part, but this is a very odd neighborhood transition. So like we have those custom Lego houses over there. We have whatever the fuck this is. We have a regular house. Um, this might just be a parking lot, honestly. Like, I don't know. This might just be a regular parking lot over here. And then maybe I'll put like grass over here. I'm still debating. But this probably will end up being a parking lot. It's just gonna be a very odd transition. Um, I'm gonna try to add another rich people house, but it's gonna be harder because I'm gonna have to try to make the house loop in here for a parking lot probably better, and not much else because it's well, it's one of those houses. I do have an idea of what to put over here though, and this house might actually get a bigger um backyard than the other two or something like that because there's no reason to put like this. This has a driveway. This does not have a driveway. I don't know. I'll figure out how to transition it, but it's gonna be very hard. And I highly doubt it's put it like this because putting in two houses like that doesn't seem accurate. But you never know. Hmm. I haven't done anything to the Wrigley Field buildings yet, and they're still there. But I did like how this one come out though. It's just right now it's kind of one of those builds where it just has like one side and that's it. I kind of hope one day I finish this build entirely because this building looks very interesting. It's like actual near rich people housing style. The back, I'll get to it at some point, but I don't think I'll be building the bleachers on the roof, because realistically, what are you spectating on the bleachers on top of it? Like, yeah, you could say you're looking at the sky, but I don't know. There's no reason to have bleachers on there if there's no game. Mm. Some stuff to get moved around, like I said earlier, but otherwise, like, some areas look better, I guess, now. Um, Technically, if I wanted to move Sears Tower, I could, but I'm not gonna do that. Plus, I'll be barely reaching the limit, because I have this extra small chunk over here. That'll be annoying. In terms of over here, I haven't done a build. I haven't done anything with this mystery build yet. Um, Still trying to figure out what to put over here, honestly. Hmm. I'm surprised that Aeon building. This is the California Aeon building, I think. I moved that building actually too, which is funny. I forgot to mention that. The Aeon building used to be right here and all that part. This is the second time I moved the Aeon building, because originally I think it was right here. This is the original Aeon building. And then over here is the secondary Aeon building, which recently got moved over here. And now, because of that tiny chunk of space, I figured, alright, we'll just move it over here. And yeah, I moved it right here. Still debating if I'm going to put those flags over here or not. There's really no reason to, but you never know. And all that part. But, yeah, I'm not really disappointed like that. I mean, it's interesting perspective, I should say. But, yeah, it's not that bad. Same multitasking. What am I gonna put here is the question. I'm gonna screw it. This is gonna be a very odd transition, because there's gonna be more buildings over here and all that. I want to make sure it makes sense. And I can make sure it has enough space too. Man. If anybody has some recommendations on what they want to build on this world, want me to build on this world, I should say, do comment down. And we'll get to it. I don't see why not. I did do a small research on the Harris Theater project for Millennium Park over here, as you can see. Aside from having multiple fucking shits with the fucking floors, I kind of do have a layout, and I've seen some I don't. This layout's fine. Of course, I have to figure out how to do the stairs and all that shit. It's gonna be weird. For down here, it's just a lot of lights in that part for this other floor. And then we'll have to kind of like do a different stairwell type to go down. It's gonna be annoying. Because, well, it's very rough. I think I could show it. But essentially, like, this is the Minecraft right here. And then, let's see here. And then this is, right here, is the real life equivalent. This is floor 2, I think. Which is kind of confusing. Because technically there's like another floor. But otherwise, it's gonna be very hard for me to figure out. I'm kind of hoping, like, I find more photos if I can of the interior. Otherwise, I might have to just waste a ticket just to see what the inside looks like. That means I also have to block off some stuff. I did copy another floor just in case if I have to, which is these walls design over here, just in case I have to do that. I might have to go lower just so that I can have more space on the for the theater. Because the theater is going to be huge. In theory and all that part's going to have... Like, doing the roof and the stairwell is going to be rough. And then doing the top sky... balcony shares and all that shit's going to be weird. I didn't miss anything over here thanks to Google Earth, I can tell. But I probably missed the interior because this gets covered sometimes here and there. Did not do anything to the interior of these yet. Yeah, that behind. Otherwise, I'd say all this area looks pretty good. The map looks near good, honestly. We got the Christmas tree and a few other stuff. The roads are somewhat there. All this. I did recently found out that for the bottom parts of the stairs, thanks to Google and Bing, that well, this is for one of the stairwells. I think it's for both. The stairwells for down here leads to a bathroom. And technically we could try to put a bathroom over here for both ends. And that part, we do have this back end. The only thing is we have to consider is that the we need to be careful because we're technically not that far off from going up here and messing up the surface, especially for over here. Yeah. Excuse me. Oof. I hate sneezing, but yeah, we could try. We're going to try at some point to attempt to do a bathroom for both sides. The only downside is that might have to be one of those things where one side is male and the other side's female. And I mean, when I say that, I mean this part will be the female bathroom. That side will be the male bathroom, probably, or in reverse. I don't know. It's gonna be like that. We're gonna have to build a wall and all that part, and yeah, it's gonna be like a long ass walk to the next bathroom if you're the other gender. It's gonna be funny. But regardless, we might try to do that. We'll see how it goes, because this is an empty room over here, and if we can do something with it, I'll try to do it, because to me, it's worth doing. And this could be another excuse of me continuing the project, because I am trying to continue this project as much as I can. What I might do as well is if we don't have enough room, I'm going to extend this wall to move all the way over here. That's what I'll do, because for over here, I mean, it's going to be hard, but as you can see, we have our little stuff up there that's blocking it, so it won't become one hit, but like I said, I'm willing to do it. We'll probably give it a shot. We'll see where it goes. But, yeah, this is a bathroom, apparently. And, of course, I know over there, those two edges are bathrooms, but I don't think we could do anything about that. Like, I don't even know if we can. And even if we did, it's gonna be a very rough bathroom. Like, I can already tell it's gonna be a rough bathroom. Did I do anything over here? Well, I guess, oh, actually, I did do a little small thing over here. Small progress on the basketball court. Still working on some stuff, as you can see. If we go over here, but I might just do a, I might put one of these as the entrance, actually, because why not? But, this is what we got so far. So, like, over there is the commentator announcer booth. And then over here, we got these stuff around here. The top of these are going to be seats. We're going to make a layout so that you can go up here easily. We have blue screens, not green screens, blue screen paintings. Looks perfect. Of course, when you move around, especially from a distance, it messes up the distance, as you can see right there. I can't do anything about that. The courts, the holes are still the same. They're a little different. I'm debating if I'm going to keep it like that, because realistically, it looks like shit. But with also the spiderwebs, it also looks like shit. And even with the colander that I use for toilets, still looks like shit. But it looks somewhat better. It just doesn't have a hole. Otherwise, it's kind of how it is. The lights are pretty good, I guess, so far. The top part of these things, the black, are going to have blue screen effects. it's gonna have some of them will be paintings, some of them will be actual blocks. Although I think I'll probably just do blocks just to make it go faster, because why would I do it individually? I'm gonna probably try to do the sky thing. Like, this model is based on the United Center, so like I might try to do some lights here and there if I can. I'm gonna try to do like a very near circle cylinder style roof if I can. It's gonna be harder in the dark, but I'm gonna try to do it. I might use rods for the lights on some parts of it to make it less dark. I did use glowstone under the bleachers to give it a bit of light. I think what's harder over here is the seats right here in terms of its design and curb. Some do not match well with others, and some do. Some areas are going to have style areas blocked off, and some might not. That's going to be fun to deal with. I still might try to put like a little area, like a stairwell that goes down here, like to reach down here. Still working on. I'm still debating, but it's not a bad idea. There will be locker rooms and all that part for the opposing team. Like over here we have this and that team and that team. They're both going to be over here. And there's going to be a wall covering up everything, obviously. In fact, I should probably put this wall up now. Or at least something referencing the wall. There we go. Make it easier. There is also going to be a stairwell to reach up here. My dumbass forgot to realize that. We're going to have that up here somehow. Oh wait, I remember. Yeah, so this wall will be cut off, put in a staircase, and go up here. Let me put this up now, so I won't forget. But essentially, there will be a staircase that'll go up there, and it will go to some areas along with some mini areas. Like this one won't be a mini area, but like those things over there, it's like VIP room, and it'll be like it'll have like seats, an area to eat food, and a tiny bar, and that's it. And then it'll be simple. You can just watch the game from there. That part. It'll just be simple. It's not gonna be anything crazy and all that. Not sure. I'm really not sure how I'm gonna pull it off. Oh, and the one thing I like, you can sit as a commentator or a coach or whatever. You can do that if you want to. That part. Of course, realistically, it's only one coach here, but I decided why not to put these things here just because. And yeah, why not? But you can sit in it. It's a minecart, so you can look pretty fancy. And of course, if we ever do video effects, blue screen, yeah, blue screen right here. It'll look perfect depending on your distance. Just gotta be careful with the lights because the lights are half blue, half green. So yeah, the roof will get fixed at some point though, but lighting here will be a nightmare. I hate dealing with that. I'm gonna have to use a lot of night potions in here, and I'm gonna have to see where it goes. Yeah. In terms of over here, there might be a small food court area, or just get the food. Like these are the food area. You just get the food and you go back to watching the game. And the placement of it is not entirely bad. It looks very unique in its own taste. And of course, the creeper in there. Oh man, this is, you can definitely tell this is like heavily based on the United Center in its own taste. The one thing I'll have to fix as well on the exterior is the lighting, and that's it. Um, these are, I think I showed this off, but the stairwell cases are done. It's just one of them's going to be fixed again on the very, very bottom because it's level with the bricks. I did so much talking in this video so far. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm still debating I want to do this because really no reason to, but I might consider doing it at some point. First, let me show off the North Pole. To do this, we're going to go to the... Oh, assuming I remember. We're going to go all the way to my plane. Just because. Still can't believe I try to move Wawa. Now it's gonna be harder to move Wawa because that stupid limiter for a structure block. Oh yeah, Taco Bell's over there. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I guess I did. I think I showed us off. I did a proper fountain. Looks decent. Yeah, it looks decent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I decided to do a shore pipe. Then I redid my shed over here, my outdoor area. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Alright, I guess we can go out now. Let's go to the North Pole. I think I remember where it's at. It's gonna be fun. Um, oh, my plan's over here. Alright, let's go. Wee! 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 Go up! Go up! Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to... I really hate the scammers. I hope they fix it. Oh, don't hit the cross. There we go. Now, in terms of the North Pole, it is a little forward. It's all the way up towards the area that we saw earlier in the last video. Alright, it's over this way. Worst case, if we get lost, I'll show the whatchamacallit. I will show the picture I took off, basically. Oh yes, you gotta love servers. They're just like, oh yeah, we're loading chunks. We're so sorry. Who is bothering me on fucking Discord? Okay, we might be going the wrong way. I think it's over here. Hopefully Ken actually does go in this realm and do some stuff, because otherwise I'm going to have to turn off the realm again. Realistically, no one's really... I mean, there's like visitors, but that's about it. Like, no one really goes in the realm. Oh, it's kind of like the point of like, what's the point of even coming over here? I think we're not that far. It's like in the middle. And of course it's freezing. Okay. Stop freezing. Come on. Oh, there we go. I'll just move a little down. Still in the water. This Honka Jug is still loading chunks. Very annoying. I think it's over here. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Well, there we go. No, pull up, pull up. Goddamn piece of shit trees. I mean, game. There we go. We're somewhere. Technically, I should have put like a bigger rod of the North Pole. Oh, that's a sign. I think it's this way now. Should be over here, I think. Yep, there we go. Now I'll land here for now. Yeah, welcome to the North Pole, everybody. One viewer just left, that's funny. Did a little something different. There's no roads as of this moment. No, a railway. So for now, we're just, here. Lights are different. They're just tiny. Did something different with the candy canes this time, so looked pretty cool. Did a little cool bridge with Christmas lights, so it looked pretty cool. And of course, this place snows, and we did a tunnel to make a proper transition down up there. I'd say it looks pretty cool. So right there, that's the big, huge North Pole thing. Very interesting. Helicopter pad is over there. Wow. Even covered in snow. Very rough. And what can you do? And with this trail, a lot of fucking snow. And of course, this is just a meeting room. And that was a little random for a North Pole, but I figured why not. And yes, you can sit there. You could also say this is Greenland, which is funny. But yeah, the little interesting design for here. Very interesting. Light's a little but it looks decent enough, I suppose. Let's see here. Still gotta add some stuff, obviously, in the North Pole. Over here, just a little mail area. Another part of the conference room. Over here is gonna be where the Santa Claus is gonna be at, and it's just gonna be like an underground work facility technically for Santa Claus. So eventually there might be a hole down here for the reindeer and all that part to fly through. Um, I extended most of these manually, so like half of this still needs to be covered in snow. Um, some of these houses are based on toys on Amazon that I found recently. That's what they're based off of, with the exception of that one being my own design and all that part. Oh, it stopped snowing. Interior still needs work technically. Again, but I did do lanterns to make it look like it's someone's actually home. For the backyard, the simple area, there is trees to cover it to give it some camouflage as much as possible. As you can see, this is kind of a bad biome spawn. Put the North Pole in, that's on me. So if we do end up terraforming some areas, we could try to do some work on it. It's gonna be hard though because we are in the border of a green area and a white area with that part in terms of temperature and the other thing else. And it's hard to do commands in certain areas because that's just how commands are these days. So I'll try to cover some areas with snow and I'll try not to, but it's really hard. I'll see what I can do around here. as I possibly can. And of course, I love this iciness over here, which could be interesting or could not be interesting. We'll have to see. I'm gonna try to do some real life inspiration this time if I can from icy areas. So I might try some more locations. But yeah, it's pretty much high up. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's that away. You go that away, I think. Or this. Yeah, you can go that away, I think. Kinda forgot which direction you just go to. But it's somewhere. Oh, I did a little small design. So I never grew up with this kind of thing, but essentially, we're over here. This is just where you leave this at the neighborhood. You can read books and all that part. And then you could just, the neighbors will read them and all that part. You're essentially like borrowing, technically. So it makes it very interesting. There's good neighborhood books and all that part. But, yeah. This little house. Also built on a toy. Based on a toy. And then this part, still I mean, this one's just a random trail. Technically, it could be a random, another random bridge. But for now, it's just leaving like that. This house isn't done, but essentially, it's like a random house that I conjured on my imagination. A very interesting style of house. Over here, it's gonna have more houses, but it'll probably just be different as much as I can. So trying to make the transit, the train, blend better. Very hard, but I am trying. And as you can see, it snowed here a lot, so some blocks look weirder than others and all that part around here. They did do something different with the lightings. Obviously, I mentioned earlier, these are lanterns with bamboo sticks, because I thought, why not? All that. Otherwise, I'd say it looks pretty cool. And of course, if I ever have people help me out with the North Pole, I don't see why not. Give it some more pizzazz. Definitely some more candy canes. Maybe work on this helicopter pad more to make it less for resistance for the snow. But yeah, that's what I got so far. I'll try to do some more progress on here as much as I can. After this stream, I'm gonna this time hopefully record. I haven't been very motivated that much, so I'm gonna try. Now, -17. I think I just go that way. I think I'm gonna double check. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah, let's go this way. I think. Actually, no, that makes zero sense, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do a U-turn. Yeah, it's that way. Figured. The good part is that we're not that far. Like, when we get back, you'll see exactly our coordinates based on. Otherwise, the layout, it has potential, I guess, but I will admit the placement was kind of bad for the North Pole, so if anything happens, maybe I'll change it, but for now, that's basically where it's going to be at. As you can see, we got our little green area. Very interesting. But yeah, we're not that far, I guess, in some case. I want to go park this plane and then we'll See if we can do a project if we can. I don't like to do streams where they're just like, oh yeah, I have a blank canvas, and when I'm off camera, I have a huge canvas. I did not like to do that. It's unfair. Now you a little U-turn. There we go. Yeah. Down. Yay. We landed, we didn't crash. Yay. Now you gotta do a U-turn and then park this thing in. Oh my gosh. Oh. Not like that. Nope. Not like that. Nope, no, 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 no. Yay. Well, yeah, I mean, otherwise it's a work in progress, but if anybody has some suggestions, let me know. And I'll just leave it at that. And of course I have my nice flags over here. Very nice. Very perfect. Surprisingly, there's no lag, but there is some visual glitches. Uh, one of the flags that I got moved got deleted, so... But of course it was causing lag. But these ones are surprisingly not causing lag, which is a miracle. So, of course, these two combined are small. But, yeah, and of course, obviously I'm not moving at all. Actual visual glitches. Very interesting. I never seen anything like this, but, very interesting. But yeah. I'm gonna show out the map room real quick. I'm gonna slowly do some work around my house. I already did some changes to the stairwell. I haven't been in my room in a while. Let's see here, this is my room. There's so much I could probably do in here. Oh, let me turn on the lights. There we go. There we go. My computer. My shelf. My lights. Yeah. I never deleted this, so. And the bathrooms look fine, I guess. I mean, realistically, there's nothing I could do. I might do custom sync pictures for the paintings, but otherwise, yeah. I am surprised this works. I completely forgot how I even did this. The bathroom design, I mean, I might just put a toilet lid on it. Otherwise, I'd say it's fine. But, yeah. Hmm. So many ideas, but yeah, it's my blank canvas. Movie theater, yeah. The first ever one in the world. And it's private. I haven't recorded anything in here in a while. My gosh. I'm still debating if I should transition this into a blue screen, but even then there's like, my avatar is also partially blue, so... I don't know about that, Chief. This is really nice. room over here. I'll have some more time. Like I need trinkets. I need to do another vacation or something, and just try to do more if I can on here. Because realistically, I don't do much as I should because I work full time at a job. And even then, I want to do a better job. I want to get a better job at something. That's gonna be so many things that need to be done. Oh yeah, I did do above the lights down here. It's like some of them are not longer manual. I haven't been down here in a while. I wonder if because those two are never open. Someone was definitely down here at one point. Very interesting. Yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna do an updated mansion video. I don't remember if I even did one for this. Oh yeah, I need to show off another build. Shoot. Yeah. Why are these on? Oh yeah, the bathrooms are connected to the lights. You know what, chat? If I'm in the mood, I will do another update for these for the other like videos because there's so much I did UPS and all that part. Like, man. And of course, I had never showed off the map room. Like, I do want to put a warp pipe so I could easily drop from up there near the shed to over here. I want to try to do that, so that's gonna be fun. Um, Regarding the map, a lot of this chunk is going to be updated, and a lot of this other chunk needs to be I need to get more maps to go over. Excuse me. So like I have to update this chunk, and then this chunk's gonna have to be updated. I don't think I put anything over here, so gotta get some maps over here. Gotta update this chunk because there's definitely something over here now, and over here. Update this chunk. Definitely update this chunk. That is empty now. It looks ugly. This new road that exists over here. Oh god. I have to upgrade a lot of update a lot of shit. This road, man. I kind of miss like if I ever do disable this realm and go back to like doing it normally, and I have Minecraft my PC again. I'm definitely gonna make it go faster with going back and forth my updating the maps because I miss having two accounts and just linking them together with land and all that because I can't do that with a realm unfortunately. But this lake is gonna be kept and it's gonna be insulated and all that part. Part of it will be, part of it won't be, if that makes sense. So you also have its curviness, but it also won't. This part's gonna be a lake, and then it's gonna curb over there, avalanche. And I am thinking of maybe asking friends to help me do a suburban area farther away, so that eventually, oh, excuse me, eventually we'll transition both towns and neighborhoods so they can connect through a highway. Because right now there really isn't a highway, and this is technically the only close to a highway right here. Let me just go through here, go through the town, go through here, turn through here, go through here, goes up where there, and that's basically it. Kind of regret not making this road bigger, but even then, I don't know how I'm gonna do that because then there's these two areas right here, and this one's a weird transition. Hmm. And then I have to figure out what I want to put them over here at some point. I would like to at least try to put at least maybe some more sporting areas like a football and maybe some other stuff too. Because right now the only thing we got over here realistically is just a basketball court. And that's it. Which is good and all that, but still want to do more. Still debating this Taco Bell, if I should move it or not. Because if I move it, I'm going to have to figure out what to put over here now. Probably just put another neighborhood area then, but I don't know. I'll figure something out. gonna be a long road over here. Yeah, I might do that. Hmm. And I know I didn't do much. I did like mostly a show off for the stream, but that's gonna be what I'm gonna be doing. Like this is gonna be another short stream. Next stream I'm gonna try to do some goals. Hopefully. I am gonna try to recruit some builders at the same time, so hopefully I can do that. But I am gonna end off this stream. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I'm gonna try to record in a bit. But until then, your boy IronSmasher 1024. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check me out on both YouTube and Twitch and other platforms. And I will see you.